Walk into any gym and you'll see men wasting time on machines while ignoring the kettlebells in the corner. Here's what they're missing. Kettlebells build more total body strength, power, and muscle in less time than traditional training. 6 kettlebell exercises can deliver a complete workout that builds strength, burns fat, and develops athletic power. The science backs this up. Research shows kettlebell training produces greater hormonal responses than traditional weights, with metabolic demands matching high-intensity interval training while packing on muscle. No complicated movements, no wasted hours. Just scientifically proven exercises that make you stronger, leaner, and more capable. Let's get started. Starting off the list, we have the kettlebell swing. And I know you've seen people doing these wrong in the gym, but this is the single most effective total body power exercise because it builds your entire posterior chain. Here's what most guys don't realize. Properly performed kettlebell swings build explosive hip power and develop the kind of athleticism most men lose after 30. Research from the American Council on Exercise found that kettlebell swings burn approximately 20 calories per minute. Studies prove that ballistic hip extension training significantly increases both strength and power output. Kettlebell swings force your glutes and hamstrings to generate explosive hip drive while your core prevents rotation. Your grip, back, and shoulders stabilize the weight. Every rep builds power and conditioning. Whether you're sprinting after your kid's soccer ball at the weekend game without pulling a hamstring, or lifting the cooler out of your truck bed at the tailgate party without throwing your back out, swings deliver foundational development. Here's how to perform kettlebell swings correctly. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart, kettlebell on the ground. Hinge at your hips and grab the kettlebell with both hands. Your back must be flat and chest up throughout. Hike the kettlebell back between your legs aggressively. Explosively drive your hips forward to swing the bell to chest height. Your arms are just ropes. All power comes from hip extension. Let gravity pull the kettlebell back down. Immediately hinge and load for the next explosive rep. Keep your core braced like someone's about to punch you. This is a hip hinge movement, not a squat. Beginner option. I know this movement feels awkward at first. Start with a light kettlebell and drill the hip hinge pattern. Do 4 to 5 sets of 15 to 20 reps. Rest 90 seconds between sets. When you complete all sets with explosive form, increase the weight. But if you think posterior power alone builds complete strength, you're missing the squat variation that develops your entire lower body. Number 2, we have the kettlebell goblet squat. And I know your squat depth isn't what it used to be, but this is the leg builder that forces perfect mechanics. The truth is, the goblet position naturally forces your torso upright, allowing deeper squats than you've achieved in years. Research proves that front-loaded squats produce significantly greater quadriceps activation than back-loaded variations. Studies demonstrate that goblet squats allow deeper ranges of motion while reducing spinal compression. Kettlebell goblet squats force your quads, glutes, and core to move challenging loads through maximum range. Your upper back and arms support the weight. Your entire lower body builds strength. Whether you're standing from your office chair after 3 hours of conference calls without pushing off, or getting down on the floor to play with your kids and standing back up without groaning, goblet squats deliver complete lower body development. Here's how to perform kettlebell goblet squats correctly. Hold a kettlebell vertically at chest height by gripping both horns. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart or slightly wider. Keep the kettlebell tight to your chest throughout. Push your hips back and actively spread your knees apart. Lower into the deepest squat possible by sitting between your legs. Your elbows should track inside your knees at the bottom. Keep your chest up and weight through your entire foot. Drive explosively through your heels and midfoot to stand. Squeeze your glutes brutally hard at the top. Don't rush reps. Control the descent and ascent. Beginner option. I know deep squats might feel impossible. Start with lighter weight and squat to a box. Build depth gradually as mobility improves. Do 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Rest 2 minutes between sets. When you complete all sets with perfect depth, add weight. Now, let me show you the pressing movement that builds shoulder mass and core stability simultaneously. The third movement on this list is the kettlebell overhead press. And I know overhead pressing feels uncomfortable, but this is the shoulder builder that develops impressive deltoids. What you need to understand: the unilateral nature actually helps correct imbalances while forcing your rotator cuff to work harder. Research proves that standing overhead pressing activates significantly more core musculature than seated variations. Studies demonstrate that unilateral pressing addresses strength imbalances that bilateral movements hide. Kettlebell overhead press forces your shoulder to press challenging weight, while your core prevents lateral bending. Your opposite side stabilizes. Your entire body integrates to move the weight overhead. Whether you're actually looking like you lift weights when wearing a t-shirt at the company barbecue, or lifting your carry-on luggage into the overhead compartment without the flight attendant helping you, overhead pressing delivers functional shoulder development. Here's how to perform kettlebell overhead press correctly. Clean the kettlebell to the rack position at your shoulder. The bell should rest on the back of your forearm. Keep your elbow tight to your ribs in the rack position. Stand with feet shoulder width apart, core braced maximally. Press the kettlebell straight overhead until your arm locks out. Your bicep must finish directly next to your ear. Don't lean to the side to press the weight. At the top, your arm and torso form one straight line. Lower with control back to the rack position. Maintain maximum core tension throughout every rep. Beginner option. I know the rack position feels awkward. Start with a very light kettlebell to master the position. Do 4 sets of 6 to 10 reps per arm. Rest 2 minutes between sets. The unilateral nature makes this more demanding than you expect. Coming up next is the rowing variation that builds back thickness while developing anti-rotation core strength. Exercise 4. Kettlebell single arm row. Here's where we address the back builder that creates thickness while forcing your core to prevent rotation. I know you've been rowing with dumbbells for years, but the kettlebell single arm row develops pulling strength and core stability that dumbbells cannot match. Let me be straight with you. The kettlebell's offset weight forces your core to work harder while the thick handle builds superior grip. Research proves that unilateral rowing movements activate the lats and middle back more effectively than bilateral variations. Studies demonstrate that anti-rotation exercises build deep core stabilizers. Kettlebell single-arm rows force your lat, rhomboids, and rear delt to pull heavy weight while your core prevents rotation. Your opposite hand supports your body. Your entire back works maximally. Whether you're not looking skinny in your suit jacket at client meetings, or pull starting your lawnmower without your shoulder hurting for 3 days, single-arm rows deliver complete back development. Here's how to perform kettlebell single-arm rows correctly. Place one hand on a bench or box for support. Stand in a staggered stance with the opposite foot forward. Let the kettlebell hang with your arm fully extended. Keep your back flat and chest up throughout. Pull the kettlebell to your hip by driving your elbow back. Squeeze your shoulder blade toward your spine at the top. Don't let your torso rotate during the movement. Lower with control back to full extension. Keep your core braced maximally throughout. Your torso angle should remain constant. Beginner option. I know you might feel this in your lower back initially. Start lighter, focusing on the rowing motion without rotation. Do 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps per arm. Rest 90 seconds between sets. Don't rush to heavier weight. Perfect form builds muscle. But if you think pressing and pulling alone creates complete development, wait until you see the total body exercise that builds explosive power. Exercise 5. Kettlebell clean and press. Now let's talk about the exercise that combines explosive pulling with overhead pressing. I know this looks complicated, but the kettlebell clean and press is the total body power builder that develops coordination and strength simultaneously. Here's the reality. The kettlebell clean is far easier to learn than barbell cleans while providing similar benefits. Research proves that power training maintains fast-twitch muscle fibers that naturally decline with age. Studies demonstrate that explosive movements improve neuromuscular coordination better than slow exercises alone. Kettlebell clean and press forces your entire body to work explosively. Your hips generate power to clean the bell. Your shoulder presses it overhead. Your core stabilizes throughout. Whether you're keeping up with younger guys on the company softball team without looking slow, or preventing the clumsiness that makes you trip over your own feet in the parking lot, clean and press delivers complete athletic development. Here's how to perform kettlebell clean and press correctly. Start with the kettlebell on the ground between your feet. Hinge and grip the bell with one hand. Explosively extend your hips to pull the bell upward. As the bell rises, punch your hand through and catch it in the rack. The bell should land softly on the back of your forearm. Immediately press the kettlebell straight overhead. Lock out completely at the top. Lower the bell back to the rack position with control. Lower the bell back to the ground with a controlled hinge. Reset and repeat for the next explosive rep. Beginner option. I know this movement has multiple steps. Break it into parts. Practice cleans separately from presses. Master each component first. Do 4 sets of 5 to 8 reps per arm. Rest 2 to 3 minutes between sets. This is demanding work requiring full recovery. And now let me show you the loaded carry that builds total body strength and grip endurance. Exercise 6. Kettlebell Farmer's Carry. Let's finish with the exercise that builds more functional strength per minute than almost any other movement. I know carries seem simple, but the Kettlebell Farmer's Carry develops grip strength and core stability that transfers to everything. You need to understand this. Carrying heavy weight is the most functional movement that exists. Research proves that loaded carries produce significant muscle activation throughout the entire body. Studies demonstrate that farmers' carries build grip strength faster than any other exercise. Kettlebell farmers' carries force your grip and forearms to support heavy weights while your shoulders stabilize. Your core maintains perfectly upright posture. Your legs drive you forward. Whether you're opening that stubborn pickle jar without your wife having to do it, or carrying multiple bags of groceries from your car in one trip because you refuse to make 2 trips, farmers' carries deliver complete functional development. Here's how to perform kettlebell farmers' carries correctly. Pick up 2 heavy kettlebells, 1 in each hand. Stand perfectly tall with shoulders back and chest up. Keep your core braced, like you're about to get punched. Don't allow the weights to pull you to either side. Walk forward with controlled, deliberate steps. Keep your shoulders completely level throughout. Breathe normally despite the crushing load on your grip. Walk for distance or time while maintaining perfect posture. Set the weights down with control when your grip fails. Rest and repeat for multiple demanding sets. Beginner option. I know heavy carries might seem intimidating. Start with lighter kettlebells and shorter distances. Focus on perfect upright posture. Do 3 to 4 sets of 40 to 60 yards. Rest 2 minutes between sets. When your grip fails before your legs tire, you're using appropriate weight. I know you're wondering how to structure this into an actual workout. You don't need complicated programming to build serious strength with kettlebells. These 6 exercises create a complete training system when organized intelligently. Look, I understand you need efficiency. You don't have 2 hours to spend in the gym. That's exactly why this works. Everything you need in under 45 minutes. Here's your complete science-based kettlebell workout. The workout performed 3 times per week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. A. Kettlebell swing. 4 to 5 sets of 15 to 20 reps. Rest 90 seconds. B. Kettlebell goblet squat. 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Rest 2 minutes. C. Kettlebell overhead press. 4 sets of 6 to 10 reps per arm. Rest 90 seconds between arms 2 minutes before next set. D. Kettlebell single arm row. 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps per arm. Rest 90 seconds between arms 2 minutes before next set. E. Kettlebell clean and press. 4 sets of 5 to 8 reps per arm. Rest 2 to 3 minutes. F. Kettlebell farmer's carry. 3 to 4 sets of 40 to 60 yards. Rest 2 minutes. Training guidelines. I know you feel fatigued differently now. Start each session with swings to build power. Progress to squats while fresh. Perform pressing and rowing with maximum focus. Finish with explosive clean and press, followed by carries. For men starting with kettlebells, I know the movements feel awkward. Begin with lighter weights than you think you need. Master the patterns over 2 to 3 weeks before pushing intensity. The key to results is progressive overload while maintaining perfect technique. I know you want to rush to heavier bells. Track every workout. When you complete all prescribed reps with flawless form, move up 1 kettlebell size. Follow this program consistently for 12 weeks and you'll build more functional strength than you have in years. Your posterior chain will be powerful. Your legs will be strong. Your shoulders will be developed. Your back will be thick. Your grip will be crushing. If you found this video helpful, click the like button below as it genuinely helps the channel. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos and turn on post notifications so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.